Welcome to Brainish English Stories.
Lady Gwendolyn was too shocked to speak. She stayed silent, and Lawrence Dacre thought she agreed with him. He knelt beside her and kissed her hand. "I will not fight anymore," he said, his eyes dark with emotion. "Whether you accept me or not, I belong to you. These past days, I have struggled so much that I feel empty." He laughed sadly. "But this must end. Do you hear me, Gwendolyn?" "Yes, yes, go on," she said, not knowing what else to say. "What more can I say? My love for you is stronger than yours for me. But I will teach you to love me more when you are mine. I cannot be happy with only a little love, like most men. I need all your love, or life is not worth living. I do not care about the world. I will leave everything for you. But you must love me completely." His voice was soft and full of feeling. Gwendolyn listened without speaking. Then she lifted her tired, tearful face and said, "There is no use in dreaming. You know I cannot marry you." "Why not?" "You forget that I know your secret." "What secret?" he asked firmly. He lifted her onto the couch and sat beside her. "Twice you have said this, but I do not know what you mean. I swear nothing should stop our marriage." He put his arm around her, but she pushed him away. She looked at him with serious eyes. "Listen, Colonel Dacre," she said. "I am young, but I have seen much. From the first moment we met, I knew you were hiding something. All men my age have things to remember and forget. In my youth, I made mistakes, but I never truly loved anyone until you." "And you never deceived anyone?" "Never, as I hope for heaven." "Stop," she cried, her eyes flashing. "You are lying." "Gwendolyn, I have not lied. Tell me what you accuse me of." "It is unfair to say these things without letting me explain." "Fine," she said. "You will hear everything. Do you remember the day I was frightened by Bates' bull?" "Yes, of course." "Well, I did not sprain my ankle." "I guessed that," he said. "I wanted an excuse to enter Borton Hall." "Why?" "The night before, we talked about people hiding secrets. You looked serious. I joked that you had many secrets. You replied that even one was too much to bear. You were silent for the rest of the evening. I was curious and troubled." "And then?" he asked. "I pretended to sprain my ankle while running from the bull." "So, you were not really scared?" "I didn't like the bull, but I could have passed him if I had not seen you coming." "Well?" "You carried me inside your house and put me on a couch. Then, you left to find help. When you told me to call your housekeeper if I needed anything, I almost laughed." "You acted very well," said Lawrence. "Of course. I had to. I needed to find out your secret." "And did you?" he asked, his face turning pale. "Yes, I did. I would never have searched your house, but I did not need to. The truth came to me." "Ah," he said. His eyes were full of sadness, but he did not look ashamed or afraid. "It must have been fate," Gwendolyn continued. "If you had asked me to marry you an hour earlier, I would have said yes. But now, Even friendship between us is not right. You have not explained anything yet, he said in a weak voice. This waiting is cruel. I do not mean to be cruel, she replied. I have suffered too much myself. I do not want to remember that terrible half-hour in your house. I went in with hope, but I left with nothing. I trusted and loved you, but you were false. Or you only thought so, he said. It was not my imagination. I saw and spoke to your wife. My wife, he repeated. Gwendolyn, you must be dreaming. I do not have a wife. She told me that you refused to accept her as your wife and that she had no one to help her. Gwendolyn's voice was full of pain. She looked so sad and helpless. But that is not my fault, he said. Why do you lie to me, Colonel Dacre? If you have done wrong, you should tell the truth. Be honest, and I will forgive you. I do not want forgiveness, Gwendolyn. I want your love. But I have done nothing wrong. Maybe you think bigamy is not a big crime, she said bitterly. I have never committed bigamy. I never even wanted to marry before I met you. Then who is the woman I saw in your house? There is a woman in the village who is not in her right mind. She sometimes walks in the park. Maybe she imagined she was my wife. The person I saw was a lady, Gwendolyn said. She was well-spoken and refined. Your villager could not pretend to be a lady so well. Mad people can act very well, he said. Still, they cannot fool everyone. She was truly a gentlewoman. I am sure she was your wife. She may have been a lady, but she was not my wife, he said. Swear it, she demanded. I swear by my mother's memory I never had a wife. Swear that you do not know her, she insisted. I cannot, he said. I was not there when you met her. But I have never wronged or deceived a woman. I wish I could believe you, Gwendolyn said. There was something honest about him that almost convinced her. I need a friend and protector. My brother has abandoned me. What? Tinmouth? Lawrence asked in surprise. Yes. He thinks I have brought shame to him and his family name. He does not want me near his pure and innocent wife. He is afraid I will be a bad influence on her. Gwendolyn could not hide the bitterness in her voice. Pauline was the reason for all her pain and shame. Now, knowing that Pauline had made herself look good in Tinmouth's eyes while Gwendolyn suffered only made her angrier. But after speaking her mind, Gwendolyn started crying again. She was so upset that she did not notice Lawrence slowly putting his arm around her. Then, feeling braver, he gently pulled her close and whispered, "If you must cry, cry here. I will hold you and never let go. Can't you trust me just a little?" She shook her head sadly. "I don't think I can. I would always feel that you are hiding something. That would ruin my happiness. And Lawrence, you do not respect me. You told me that 2 years ago. How can we have a marriage without trust?" "I would never doubt my wife," he said firmly. "Not during the honeymoon, maybe. But later, when you think clearly, won't you remember my past and blame me? You think I have no kindness in me, Gwendolyn." "I think you are a man," she said simply. "And all men are bad?" No, but men are sensitive about some things. You may not be a king, but would you want your wife to be talked about? I don't see why people would talk about you. The world is cruel, she said. When people see me on your arm, women will whisper, "Poor man, he married Lady Gwendolyn because no one else would." Do you think she really poisoned Mr. Belmont? She looks like she could. A few men might defend me, but their wives would make sure no one listens to them. That is why I must live and die alone. No, he said. You need a defender. You need me. When people defend themselves, they look guilty, she replied sadly. And is that why you were silent yesterday? No, there was another reason. Will you not trust me even a little? He asked. Why should I? You're not honest with me. And no matter what I say, you will always believe that I met Mr. Belmont in Turoway Wood. I do not know who else it could have been, Lawrence said. And the lady I met at Borton Hall, who else could she be but your wife? Gwendolyn asked. She could have been anyone. So could Mr. Belmont's friend, she replied. I don't know about that. You were the only lady in Turoway, he said. For now, she answered, in a way that made Lawrence stop and think. Had he made a mistake like everyone else? After all, he could not prove that Gwendolyn was the only person at the Grange that evening. And while the woman in the woods with Mr. Belmont looked like Gwendolyn, he had never seen her face clearly. Maybe he had been wrong all along. How could he have been so cruel? He had never even given her a chance to explain. What if she was innocent? He pulled her close, his voice full of love. Oh, my darling. I was so wrong to doubt you. But even then, I loved you like a madman. She wanted to believe him. She wanted to accept the love he was offering. But if he had a wife, she could not allow herself to do so. She slowly pulled away. You must forget me, she said with great effort. Her face was full of sadness. I will not take another woman's place. I would never ask you to do such a thing. But you are asking me now, she said. You believe a madwoman over me? He asked, hurt. I must. She had no reason to lie to me, but you do. If I were married, wouldn't someone know? He said. A woman always has family or friends. She cannot just disappear without people asking questions. Maybe, but things like that do happen. In stories, yes. In real life, too. People disappear all the time. You see it in the newspapers, she replied. Then wouldn't there have been a report about my wife? Wouldn't people have tried to find her? He argued. And if I had a wife, why wouldn't I have introduced her to my neighbors? Why marry someone just to hide her? You could have taken her abroad and said she died there, she suggested. That would be a bad plan, he said. A dead wife tells no tales, but a living one could cause many problems. Gwendolyn, believe me. I swear I have no wife. She hesitated as he held her close. His lips touched hers, and for a moment, she let herself feel his love. Then, suddenly, she pulled away and ran.